on my body. DJ Khaled, congratulations! You just lost another one!
We gonna see how Miami, yeah? We gonna see how motherfuckers in Miami. Fuck you talking about? Yo, we here, baby. We here, baby.
Miami's the city of rental cars and plastic surgery. Yeah. Fuck Miami.
Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go!
LeBron's a bitch.
Fuck the Cavs! Fuck LeBron! Fuck everybody!
Hey, yo, LeBron, when we see you in the finals, bring that same energy, nigga.
Trae Young's blood! Double fucking overtime! What the fuck, baby? New York is fucking back!
Knicks are here, baby. The Knicks are fucking here, baby.
Fresh out the garden, baby. We're taking it all the way.
We had De Blasio. We had Cuomo. It was rough shit, but we have the Knicks. That's New York. Knicks run New York City. Bing bong.
Tell me a little something, KD. Don't you regret not coming to the Knicks? Don't you regret not coming to the Knicks? Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks!
Real talk, I'm from New York, and you know what? Tom Brady's a fucking bitch. Fuck Tom Brady, yo. Fuck Tom Brady.
Where the bread at, Tom Brady? I need some bread, nigga. He owe me.
Fuck Boston!
Yo, I love New York. I love New York fans. I love the city of New York. Everything in New York is amazing. Quick thing. Yesterday, I woke up at 4 in the morning, had to do a whole lot of stuff for work. Got home, I laid on my bed, watching the Knicks game, happy the Knicks won. So, yay, I'm happy. Let's get out of the way. Now, it's been a long time since I went live. Hi, how you doing? And the topic of discussion is Lord Triton. Now, why am I talking about Lord Triton for? I'm talking about Lord Triton because Triton decided to be what he always does. Very thin-skinned, and decides to put me out of his server. Now, I'm not one to do any ad hominem attacks anymore. I'm not out here flinging insults because it's not productive. And people can hurl insults back at me, whatever, back and forth, doesn't really get to the crux of my point. Now, the thing that bothers me about Triton is Triton wants to be a creator. He wants it like anyone that makes anything in life, they want their channel to, they want to make the thing they're doing succeed. The fact that people say, oh, they have a little YouTube thing on the side, they don't really care about anything. It's any type of hobby you want to succeed. This is your baby. You want to be good at it. You don't want to be like, it's like you're building a birdhouse and the birdhouse is slanted and crooked and jaggedy and old and you don't want all that. You want to be able to say that the thing I do for work, the thing I do as a hobby, the thing I'm passionate about, has better quality than the stuff I do for 9 to 5 for a paycheck. Rarely can you get those two to mesh together, but when you do, it's amazing. I've always stated from the jump that Triton is someone that has a potential, but it gets marred down by being very thin-skinned, not getting all the facts straight, and whatnot. And maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, I went on Triton's podcast because he has open callers and they say, why not let me have a little bit of fun, right? And I told him straight to his face, dude, I have no beef against you, but you are an idiot. You don't know how to do stuff, and I'll call you out on it. And I'm telling this to his face. Telling this in VC, and he's like, "Oh yeah, okay, I could do this. I could say the same thing about you." Okay. So then, when last Sunday morning, when Triton's group and him trying to go after this other group, I named them Den of Tims, when he tried to, first of all, he's bitching on his show about the person, right? Then he was given an opportunity to go on the show, and then the thing, imagine Triton's or VC people as like an invading army, right? And Den of Tins is the castle, the Discord. He opened the gate for them to come in, and instead of trying to go after the king, they're going after the fucking squires and stuff, and the fucking the court jester, which is Morning Stars, another person that was in that thing as a guest star. So instead of trying to get to the objective, which I want to talk with, they wanted to talk to Den of Tims because they have beef. They allow Morningstar to bully, prod, poke. Like he didn't give a fuck about the situation. Like he was just having fun. He was playing a character, and it got Triton so off his rocker that he couldn't focus. Like he had, like, I don't know which, like, maybe he didn't smoke enough marijuana. Who knows? They leave with a tail between, with Triton's tail between their legs. He said, "I have no problem with anyone else in the group." I specifically talk about Triton. They go in and they complain some more. And the thing is that Triton had an opportunity to make more content when Morningstar came in. But he didn't want to do it because he didn't know how to make content. All he knows is just to be yelly and confrontational. Never the good type of confrontational. So I, being the master showman I am, I did say, hey, if you're not gonna take this content, it's 5 o'clock, it's 4 o'clock in the morning my time. Why not? Why don't I take that content and put it on my show? But hook up by crook. And I did. And I had a laugh. And that was funny. And tried to think I turned all of a sudden. Like I loved he made it seem like I loved him so much. I find many things wrong with Triton. I looked him in his face and I said, "You are fuck up," but like, because of me saying I like you and whatnot, he just thinks I automatically whatever. But that's the thing with Triton that I don't understand. Like, people have this thing about them. People look at Triton, look beneath Triton, and stuff, show him no respect whatsoever. And then, like, I think Wednesday or Thursday, I'm scrolling through the Twitter machine, and I see that. Let me see if I can pull it up. First of all, I didn't. Oh. Okay. I totally fucked up. Hold on. There you go. So, oh no, let me open this and then try that. But not review my sources. Let me see. So, oh, let me pop onto the Discord. There. Oh, no. Let me fix, because it's been a while since I did this, so give me 1 second. Headphones, now we want the input to be the microphone. There you go. Perfect. Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Hi, buddy. What's up? Thank you for coming on so early or
That's
late
fine.
in the day. I saw that on Twitter. You're like, I'm British. I'll read anything. Just let me know. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna do this little thing. You read this for me and whatnot. Since you offered, yay, Let me put this on screen real quick. But
Yeah, the redcoats are invading, so.
By the way, how are you doing today, friend?
I am doing fabulous. I'm avoiding Twitter because I pissed a lot of people off.
Oh yes.
But other than that,
would you like to tell the class what did you do that you had DM'd me saying that Huggy did a very bad thing? What was the bad thing, Jade?
I didn't do anything terrible. I just insulted someone, and now I might be getting doxxed.
Wait. So I didn't do nothing wrong. I just insulted someone.
Yeah, that's fine.
What did you say to the person?
Well, did you? Sorry, I was listening to the beginning of your stream. Did you not say that people have like thin skins, and that's why they can't handle the internet?
I don't like
so.
Throw that back in my face. First of all. Number two, no. First of all, you have to understand something. You are from the other side of the pond. Other side of the pond insults are way more stronger than American insults.
Like, yeah, but we also insult people that we like. So who knows? I could have liked this person. I don't. But that's not the point.
So like you did the thing, and then like what? Now all of a sudden you're getting fucking brigaded by people? Like
I said his name too many times, and now he's coming to get me. That's the long and short of it, really.
Lord have mercy.
I know. I've already pissed off all the Swifties as well. They're all after me. It's fine.
Why did you go after the strip, Jade? Why? Why?
I didn't go after the Swifties. I didn't. I actually respect the Swifties. I have to. My lawyer tells me that I have to make that very clear that I respect the Swifties. I did insult Blake Lively, and then the Swifties were all after me, which I want an apology from the Swifties, by the way, because I was right.
And next,
this is what happens.
And next, you're gonna tell me Meghan Markle is a bad person.
How did you know? How did you know I was gonna say that?
Oh, I would take a guess because it seemed like every. I don't want to call you a Londoner because you're not from London, but
I'm not a Londoner, no.
I did I say that? I said every British person I've come across hates it, and I'm like, but she's a sweet lady. Look at her, she's so nice, and she cries.
Oh yeah, she's wonderful. I would definitely have a cup of tea with Meghan Markle and some crumpets. Like, absolutely invite her round for breakfast. No, Huggy, no.
You were so the sarcasm just oozes from your voice, my dear.
I know.
Lord, but I know you're a very busy person with love photo shoots and whatnot. I was wondering if you could read this for me in your Jade British lovely voice of yours.
I can, of course. Anything for you.
Thank you.
Hang on, I can't see it. Why can't
I
see it? I've got it. Is it what you sent me?
It's in your DMs. I just want you to read it.
It's in my DMs.
Because I want you. It's also this is also an excuse for me to have you on the show. So fuck it, why not?
I know. Bearing in mind that I just walked through the door and you were like, I'm going live in 5 minutes. Can you read something for me? I was like, fine. Okay. Right. Wait. Let me get this. Okay, I've got it. Okay. I am covering Assistant Sailor antics tomorrow on stream while Sup Power 1 games for episode 23 of RC Live on the Ravencast. If Assistant Sailor is interested in calling in and debating with me, 8 p.m. EST is when we are starting. Don't be a pussy, bro! And then, do you want me to carry on? I'll just keep going. Then Assistant Sailor replies, not gonna happen because this week is my finals week. If you really care, then I'll call in next week. Good luck on your finals, by the way, Assistant Sailor. I hope you do well. Yeah. And then someone, who's that? Securi 240p? Who the fuck are you? Well, hopefully you'll pass your finals. If you're as retarded in real life as you are online, you'll pass with flying colours, my guy. Well, that doesn't make sense, does it?
Dan 240p for Spurg lore, Jade, is a person that was on Doc on the radio long time ago. And he was either high, drunk, he was under the influence. And he admitted to not only Doc, he admitted to Nicholas Diorio when he says he doesn't want to work, he wants to play games forever, and I think he has a mental disability. This is what he says. He says, oh, and then he says something bad about the government, how he wants to shame on the government.
So what you're telling me is he is a well-rounded person, all in all.
Very, very well-rounded. So much so that he tried to fight me. He tried to debate me. And I'm like,
what the fuck?
And here's the thing. I don't... There are some debates that I'm not good with blood sports. I'm more of a methodical. I rather listen to what you have to say than do a crafted response after. That's who I am. But with Dan 240p, I'm like, I know my shit. This is not hard. I know what my points are. But I don't want to do it. I never want to do the debate. Flatly Gaming, who hosts the show Couture Island, wanted me to debate Dan 240p on the show. I said to him, no. I said no. I want to do it. I'm bored. I want to play my game. I don't want to waste my time debating Dan when I could just be playing Doom Eternal on my free time. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I would probably make the same decision as you, but there you go. And you know how much I love fighting with people.
Yeah. So then I'm playing Doom, and then I hear that Dan was supposed to go on the show, and he was supposed to have his little victory lap. Oh, Huggy ran away from me or whatnot. He left. He didn't come in because a slug wanted to debate him, whatever the case is. So then I, being Huggy, asked Flatly, the owner, can I come on? I just want to ask a question. That's all I want to do. The moment I came into the show, Jade, he wants to come on and fight me. And I'm like, I don't want to do this, but fine, I'll entertain you. And then we ran in, you know how, when, kids running around in the table trying to chase one another. That's all it was. Which was a circular thing. I didn't care. He trying to fight me, and then he ran away when Slug came in. So that's Dan 240p. The thing is, the reason why I'm making this up, and this is which very lovely reading, by the way, is that the thing I showed you, I think I showed you who Lord Triton is. But if you don't know, Lord Triton is someone that had a famous short that says, and I quote, women want men to beat them, basically.
Oh yeah, that And that's, do you know, that's what I write on my Christmas list every year, Huggy. That's just,
No,
that's the one thing that I want in my life.
because because he was like, women don't want good guys. Women want men to beat them, cheat on them, abuse them. This is his thoughts of dating in 2024. No one wants a good guy because he's a good guy, right? How many times have you heard that? That's what he's
Um,
famous for. What?
okay. No. Some women might like that. Not this one. Um, I don't know. I think you sort of grow up when you hit the age of like your brain being fully developed as a woman, and then you realise actually, I could make my life a hell of a lot easier if I just find someone that actually likes me for who I am and
But
not have to change them or train them in any way, shape, or form. That's what their mothers are for, not what I'm for. I'm there to
Jade,
be their wife, and
Jade,
that's
yeah,
the,
no,
you know.
Jade, we're telekinetic on this stuff. I agree with you on this. It's imagine if imagine these are facts. This is not
Mhm.
hyperbole. This is not conjecture. This is not me taking the. This is facts. This man walked around his room, circled his room like he has a fucking tick. Right? He was walking around his room doing all this, and it's like, bro, do you have autism? Legitimately, do you have autism? It's like, why are you doing? Like, sit the fuck down. Like,
It's words that come from a man that has been rejected too many times for his own
I
liking.
know, right? See, he's the thing. I've been rejected plenty of times before in my life. You know why I did? You know why I did? I just said I don't care anymore. If it happens, it happens. I'd rather work on myself, work on my YouTube, work on myself than worry about women. To be quite fair to you, to be not fair to you, but to be fair, how being in a relationship is it takes a lot, in my view. You gotta
Hmm.
be there for the person. You gotta not only be there for the person, you gotta contend with their issues, their demons, their family, their friends. It's a constant battle of being liked. I don't have that time. You like me, that's it. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
to say I'm guys skip to whatever, but like, but try to like no. I'm a good guy, you should love me, whatever. Anyways.
Well, Calypso makes a good point. As she says in the chat, doesn't he have autism? Even if he does have autism,
He
right? Which,
doesn't
my brother has autism, so I've
oh
worked
no
with people that have autism. They still learn the difference between right and wrong. Yeah, okay, they might have like a dysfunction when it comes to like social interactions and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, there is, they still have learned that you treat women with respect. You
oh
treat
no no
people with respect in a
oh no
relationship.
oh no Jay, I'm not saying autism regarding to what he said. I'm talking about like why the fuck are you walking around your room? Like he was walking around his room and like something's off on him. And the thing is that Triton does this thing where he does that thing in interviews on his shows. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because it's not, if you want to be professional, if you want anything to do with YouTube, if you have that ticking, like if you have a tick of like counting to three while you're doing whatever, you visibly do it. Don't put your camera on. Don't let people pick on you for whatever. And it's like the fact that I put Morningstar, which he's in the chat. I put Morningstar on my show, just to take the piss out of this poor bastard when he was yelling and screaming, and then the weakest thing a person can do is DM you saying you're banned from the server because you're this, and this. I'm like, bro,
Oh
I
god, that's
think,
pussy behavior. Why would you open yourself up to
bro,
that?
bro, I come from a place where I might not do this all the time, but like if I will say to you, if I will say nose to nose, chest to chest, I don't like you. I think you're fucking up this and this. I'm not gonna play games. I'm not gonna be laughing at you. I'm not gonna be filibustering. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm gonna tell you what I think, how you can improve, and if you don't like it, don't get mad at me. and don't get mad, and yeah, so that but for the fact that it sits in Salem, this person, because I forget who you are, you're not aware of, Jay. So I'm gonna just teach. I'm gonna be like a professor of retardation. It sits in
Really
Salem.
need to, because I'm such a normie. I don't know anyone, and even when I do know, like, I know who Lord Triton is. I think I've interacted with Triton before,
Oh God, help
but
you,
honestly, my brain is so like dysfunctional.
bro.
I
You
can't
were in
remember.
the bro. You were in clot. You were in clot route. I figure you know these people. That's why I
Well,
thought.
you
Wait a
say
minute.
that, but they were bringing up people the other day in the server, and I was just like, I don't know who these people are, but I'm here for the ride.
So, assistant sailor is someone I would consider a little bit above commentary hell.
Yeah, he's been on
Commentary,
the Clout Route show. I know
yeah.
Assistant Sailor. I've
So,
watched one of his interviews.
so again, you think you're confused. I'm confused too. Now all of a sudden there's a designation for commentary hell. Commentary hell is like all of the people that are like one. These are people that are within their society. Their YouTube channels are within their society. It's like So you have commentary hell. You
On
have
feeders.
exactly. They're like, not to say their shows are bad, but it's like you have one show that goes into another show that goes into another show. Like the audience just moves. There's no growth, right? People could say people have argued, Huggy, you're a clip channel. That's where you get why you guys show me a YouTube thing for, and I'm like, yeah, at this point I don't care. I am a clip channel. That's fine, but I do stream too, and there's nothing here or there. Assistant Sailor is a little bit above commentary hell, where he has broadened in his stuff, and he's argued with people like Maggot Edits. He's argued with people. He's on the side of Nicholas Fiorio. Like he's done thesis, I guess. Anyways, so now all of a sudden he wants to fight Triton of all. He has an issue with Triton.
Joe, what the hell?
I think she left. By the way, if anyone wants to come on, like if Morningstar wants to come on, you're more than welcome to, my friend, if you want to talk a little bit about this. But like, yeah, it doesn't take no more than 10 minutes to go and have a laugh with him. I don't know if Jade left because of oh no, Jade. I thought I kicked you. I thought you ran. I thought you had to do something.
No, my wanking connection went. Sorry.
Oh my
Hang
god.
on, I think it's back now. I think I'm all set. I think I'm fine. Yeah. Sorry, my internet is really dodgy because I live on a bloody island.
You live on an island? Oh, look at you be
I
so
live on a bloody
posh.
island in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. Yeah, I'm
By
sorry, my
the
connection was dodgy.
but by the way, I want to ask you something. Living in do you call it the United Kingdom or do you call it England? I don't know what you guys call it.
Okay, so there's three names. There's the United Kingdom, there's Britain, and then there's England. I consider myself English, which most English people do. They don't tend to call themselves British. I only do that for the Americans, so they know. Oh no, have I gone again? Oh, for goodness sake. This is absolute wank. Why does this keep happening? Hello, can you hear me?
I can
Sorry.
hear you. I can hear you, buddy.
Okay. Did you hear what I said? There's three
Yes.
names and blah blah blah
Yes,
and
yes, I
wank
did.
and
Yes,
all
I
that,
did.
yeah? Okay, cool.
If you had a choice, would you move to America?
Yes, I would.
Wow, look at
But then to be
you.
fair, if you gave me a plane ticket out of here, I'd go to the Bermuda Triangle. Like anywhere is
Lord have
better than
mercy.
here, man.
But but I was just curious about. I always like to ask foreign people would they move to America. You're the first person
I
to
keep
say
begging
yeah.
for a green card, but no one will give it to me.
Why didn't you come and like? I figured you would come and visit during VidCon or something.
Yeah, but that's money, man. You know, I have
But you get to
work.
meet you get to meet your favorite YouTubers. Like,
I know. And then they'd get to meet me and they'd all run away. It'll be
no,
great. It'll be so
no,
much fun.
no, your energy, no. I'll be so serious with you. Your energy would match my energy in terms of like, you will want to go party and I'll just like tag along. But like, you will be I feel like you would be the alpha in a bar. Like, you would be like the talk of the town. You would be very boisterous. You would feel really well. In my personal
um,
opinion.
yeah, but then you've also got to put up with the fact that I'll be running up to like Nicholas Diorio going like, yeah, and like getting really in his face and stuff
Oh
because
yeah,
I'm high
yeah, I
energy
would.
when I'm nervous.
Oh gosh,
I
no,
will make a nuisance of myself, Huggy. It's best if I don't go to public places whatsoever.
but wait, to get back on track, the thing is that if you are saying to me that you need to study for your finals and not debate Lord Triton, that's weird, bro. It doesn't take
It
no
is
more than
really weird.
10. It doesn't take no more than 10 minutes to debate him. Morningstar, I don't know if he's still in the chat, but Morningstar was playing a character. And he just got him off of a schneid. Like, what the fuck is going? Like, whatever. If it does happen, I'm looking forward to it. But the thing is that I don't. The thing is you have to either just say you don't want to debate the person. Don't make any mistakes. Like, I have to stay for finals. That's weird. Just be
I
like,
think what he's trying to do. Listen. I think Sailor was employing a tactic here, Huggy. Haha. I think what he was trying to do was be like, listen, my finals are more important. But if you really care that much, he's putting the onus back on Triton. He's saying, if you really want me to come on and do this, then I will. But I'm really not that bloody ass, to be honest with you. And then,
hmm.
you know, whatever Dan said, that just doesn't make sense whatsoever.
Dan can write good. He's soft in the head. I'm just saying. Um.
Yeah, like hopefully you pass your finals. If you are as retarded in real life as you are online, you'll pass with flying colours. Well, that doesn't make sense because you're retarded. You do bad, no? So he's just like, and why is Maggot reposting that as if it's a good thing?
Oh,
Maggot,
Matt.
really?
No, Mag. No, Matt.
Listen,
No, bro. Maggot is on. Maggot was fine with Sailor. I swear to God, bro. Like, cause what had happened was, I don't know if you were familiar or if Cloud Rao heard about this, but allegedly Nick got public records showing that Bull Black is getting evicted from his house.
yes,
So Maggot on this thing where it's like Nick is being a bully.
MAGA is, and I know why she's doing that. Listen, I know why she's doing that. It's because Nick turned on MAGA during the whole Magnetar thing, which, you know, I also had an argument with MAGA about the whole Magnetar thing because I thought it was just ridiculous. But now she seems hell bent on this path of anyone that associates with Nicholas Diorio is also bad, and I don't know where I stand on that. I like MAGA. I think MAGA is cool, okay? I think some of the shit she posts is really fucking funny. But there is some stuff that I just don't agree with. And I don't know. I feel like if Sailor is like in the camp of Nicholas Diorio, then MAGA immediately isn't going to like her. But I also know, like him, sorry. But I also know that Sailor came out against MAGA about that whole Magnetar thing as well. Didn't he do a show called Maggot Watch at one point?
No. Yes, he did.
Oh, no. Oh, no, it's alright. It's fine. I thought I was dipping again. Yay. That's fine.
Yes, he did. He literally did a 4-hour stream about MAGA.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Why? Why are we doing bully streams? Are we not grown adults? You know, I do well, when I used to, when my channel was alive, I used to go on do like a 20-minute video, like being harsh about someone, and then that was it. It's sort of like I put it to bed. Why are we doing these streams where we're bullying one singular person for 4 hours? What's the point of that? And they're not even on there to like defend themselves. What's the point of that?
To be fair, Jade, MAGA did pop in, but like he tried so hard to get MAGA to fight with him. Like, look at MAGA being a hypocrite. I'm like, my guy, are you really doing a 3-hour stream about one goddamn person? Like that? Are you? Like I said, I know there are people that hate that you don't like in life. But you have to understand one thing. Why should you allow someone online affect the way you feel about something? Oh, wow, MAGA, like for instance, the Magnetar stuff. Oh, wow. She was, DMX and Peepaw, you know, turning against Magnetar, and it was sloppy. Excuse me. Oh, it caused Magnetar to stop the GoFundMe page to protect himself against Max or Sue Max. I still don't know what the situation with the Magnetar situation is now, whether or not he
think he just wants to move on, to be honest with you. Last I heard he just wants to like get on with his life and like move as far away from that as possible.
Got you. So like, so then everyone gave MAGA shit. MAGA left, and I think that's what bothers people a bit. MAGA left the commentary community. MAGA seals herself in the 4 walls or whatnot. MAGA had people leaking her private Discord messages to the public, like it was news or something. It had all of that stuff, and then all of a sudden she comes back for a bit. Then she decides she wants to do a show in commentary hell. And then when Peepaw decides to open his southern mouth about child marriages was a thing back then, defending a kid behind a camera, and he wouldn't shut the fuck up about it, guess what happened? He left Wall Smashers, which is a show which you don't know I used to be a part of, not anymore, because I can't deal with so many personalities. B, I'd rather do my own stuff, and C, it's my choice, it's my life, whatever. But Maggie's back on Maggie's on another show. So I think what bothers people with Maggie is like Maggie said one thing and did another. Like for me personally, it is what it is. People say things, say one thing, and then they change their mind and want to do another. That's perfectly fine. Do you, boo? I applaud you and applaud you wanted to release your creative juices, I guess, doing whatever. Great, but like I said, people just don't like MAGA for that, and that's not like for me. That's not fair. I have my issues with MAGA in the past, but I'm fine. I have. Jay, do you feel like there are times where you have to just accept people for who they are, and not
Absolutely.
and don't be mad at what they,
Absolutely.
you know what I
Sometimes,
mean?
listen, do you know, I don't like the majority of the people that I work with, Huggy, but I accept them because they're my staff. And they're good
Well,
at their jobs, you know? Like, Maggot is good at what she does. Okay? She knows exactly how to, like, push the buttons down to get the retards to fucking, like, start squawking or whatever. She knows what she's doing. There are sometimes she pushes it too far, but, you know, that's who she is. So, what can you do about that?
like what you can't really do anything about it. Honestly.
Oh no! You listen. You try and tell Maggot how to act. She's not going to take too kindly to that. Full stop. So there's no point.
Yeah, I just gave up. I literally just gave up on that. It's like, listen, this is who you are. This is your personality. This is how you work. That's it. I am. I either accept you for who you are, and accept you come with things that I don't like, and then whatever, and then that's it. But people don't take that for whatever. But I will say this: we talk about thin-skinned people. Well, let me take it back. Did you and your side read about the Peapod stuff? About Peapod
I've
defending
heard about
keeping.
it.
What
Yeah,
did you
yeah.
hear?
Unfortunately, what did I hear? I heard that he made a point that Kid Behind the Camera was that back in the day that those type of relationships were allowed, but then back in the day we used to shove children up chimneys. So you know that doesn't make it right now, does it? It didn't make it right then.
I should, yeah.
I just think I feel like a man of the age of People Riveter, who, by the way, what a stupid name. Can I put that out there as well? He needs
Oh,
to
please
like
do.
not.
What do you want me?
He shouldn't be talking about this sort of stuff anyway. Why do people want to listen to like an old white man talking about like child abuse, basically?
Well, I think here's the thing about that is that
Go on.
the thing. Hold on, I'm about to sneeze. Ooh, I'm gonna fight through it. I'm gonna fight through it.
Bless you.
Thank you. I didn't sneeze there, but the thing is that for me personally, Kid Behind the Camera, I see his game. I saw his game. I've seen his game. I've seen that game he's been playing with. Oh, I didn't know about the age of of this girl or whatnot bullshit. I've seen it plenty of fucking times. I'm
Yeah,
so
didn't he
numb.
say that he found out about he said he found out her real age by counting candles on a cake?
Exactly. And here's the thing. People had this a grievance towards me when I said, "Oh, why did you tell Bridget to just be a housewife and shut up about stuff? Like, are you condoning it?" No, 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 I'm not. And maybe you can see where I'm coming from with this. Why are you? It's like she went on Twitter to record herself saying that, no, no, it's my fault. I tricked him into doing this, whatever the case is. The problem is that number one, she's blaming herself for it, and she's accepted full blame for it, saying that it was all her fault, right? That's number one.
Okay.
optically speaking, let's just say she's trying to help her man, right? By saying that it's all her fault. It still looks like it looks like she has a. It looks like she is, she's not helping his case at all either, because you're going around saying that you basically trapped a kid behind the camera, which I don't believe, by the way. You said that you tricked him into being with you when you were young, forcibly him doing a crime. That doesn't help anything. I said about those situations, shut up and be a housewife. If you take yourself out of the equation, at the very least, you don't get the whole thing about maybe it looks like Mike is forcing her to do it. Like, that's
I get what you. I get. Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You feel like her coming out about it now like in response to all the backlash, that actually she's been forced into a position where she has to take that on.
Exactly.
Got ya.
And by her saying that I liked Mike and I tricked him into doing such and such. Again, you have to choose your words very carefully. That's the problem in her position. She should not be. Whatever she says, it's always going to be like, maybe Mike told her to say this. Maybe. That's what it looks like. Now, everyone is assuming that like the fact that he took advantage of her when she's young, it's abuse, it's a predatory, it's whatever. No matter what Bridget said, no one's going to take her to be the truth. I don't believe her, because I've seen this firsthand, Jade. I've seen it in high school. I've seen where young ladies, wide eye, full of hope, full of dreams, said, I met this man at the diner one day. He took a liking to me. He made me feel special, all this other stuff. And what happens a few months later, maybe 6 months later? They come back primarily to me when I'm in their circle. And the look on their face, it's just like horror, hatred, frustration. Because I see power dynamics for what they are. It's power dynamics. So,
yeah.
I'm not saying I'm the only one that sees it, but I could speak about this because I've seen it. I had to deal with it.
You know my job, so like I see this every day, and I've seen it from both sides. I've seen it where young girls haven't lied, and I've seen it where young girls have lied, and the onus is still on the adult in the relationship, because at the end of the day, say that she did lie to him at the beginning. Say that she did, right? As soon as he found out, why didn't he end the relationship? Because he could still get into trouble for it. If she changed her mind for whatever reason and was like, listen, I don't like you anymore, so I'm going to call police and I'm going to like have all this evidence and blah, 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 which there would have been tons of evidence.
Of course.
He would have been in so much trouble.
Of course.
But he kept going. That's where I have the issue. He kept going. So he saw there was no issue with the fact that she was underage and lied to him.
Well, because also he, but that's where I was coming from with all of that stuff. And I've also argued the fact that at the end, right here, right now, we could call all the names in the book. We could say everything. We could call it for what it is. But, if there was a spill, let's say you spilled something on the floor, right? This is a very bad analogy. You spill something on the floor, right? If I say to you, hey Jade, something spilled on the floor, I just told you it. I don't get up. I don't try to fix it. I don't try to remedy the situation. In this instance, that situation with Mike, we could say as much as we want. The ball's in the court of Bridget, what she wants to do. She is someone that got affected by the situation. It's up to her. We can say as much as we want, but if there's not steps to fix it, Then what? That
Yeah.
that's all.
The whole
Yeah.
the whole thing to me now is completely irrelevant because aren't they married? Aren't they both now adults and
With
married?
kids and whatnot. Yeah,
And
exactly.
I'm not like denying what he did was wrong and
No one
creepy
is.
and like all
It's
the
about
other words. I'm not denying that at all, and I stand firm that he is all of those things. But at the end of the day, they've chosen as a united front to carry on this relationship. So all of us kicking up a stink about it on online now, it's not going to help her.
It's also, yeah.
She's made her decision already. She's made it. She said, "I do" to the man.
But see, what we just said versus what Peapod said is two different things.
Mhm.
We acknowledge the issue. He just said, "Oh, child having sex with kids on getting married where child's okay." What? No. What? Hold on. Whoa.
No, see now to me, if I hear someone say that, I immediately think self-own. Do you not? I immediately went to self-own. I'm thinking, hang on, if you think that's acceptable and you've got this mindset in your brain, are you trying to justify something that you've done in the past? That's where I went with it. I don't know if anyone else was on the same wavelength as me, but then someone calling themselves Peeper on the internet rang alarm bells with me to begin with. So
Look, I like history. I adore history. I'm a student of history. Again, historically speaking, there was a precedent of really fucked up unions in both royal, fucking like it's happened before. We cannot deny it's
I mean,
happened
I come
before.
from a country where the age of consent is 16 years old. You know,
I mean,
so legally,
16.
an 18-year-old can be with a 16-year-old. Morally, it's just not right. If you have to pick your girlfriend up from school, she's far too young.
No, but okay, wait. And you know what the problem is with the age of consent is like you could be 18 and still in high school, technically speaking, and 16 you could be in high school. It's weird because like I said, I've been in my high school. It was normal. It's weird but fucked up. A senior could fuck a freshman and it's okay. Same thing, juniors or whatever. No, sorry, juniors. So, yeah, it's just weird. So, I'm not saying you're not wrong. You're not. It's weird. You should be dating people your own age and maybe 1 year apart, right? But at the same time, though, at least the age of consent is like not like 10 years old or 11 years old. That would be weird. That's fucking
Yeah,
creepy as fuck.
exactly.
But the thing is that we have evolved as a species. We've evolved from like maybe it's not a great idea to have an adult having relations with a pubescent. Can you say the word for me, please? Because I'm bad at it.
What word?
Prepubescent. Prepubescent.
Prepubescent.
Thank you.
Prepubescent.
You see, always ask an English person to pronounce words for you. It'll make it much more flowery. It doesn't make, yeah. I don't think we should have an adult having relations with a prepubescent teen. Whatever, that's not good. It's never good. The Romeo and Juliet stuff should be cut the fuck out, right? Okay? And we've gone to a point where we're not like that. Still, there's some degenerates that still do that stuff. But moreover, we agreed to not be like animals and not take advantage of kids and whatnot. But still, people always want to go to that thing. Well, back in my day, fuck back in your day. Back in your day was where it was, guys. Back in that day, we're talking about now. We're talking about now. We're not talking about whatever the case is. And look, that's my whole. And again, I do shorts on Locale Live. I do clips, recaps, if you will, of Locale Live. And the thing is it's just funny. It's just interesting. I enjoy it. hell, there are things that people could enjoy, and hell, people don't have time to like find out everything that's going on about commentary. Hell, you fucking are in one of the most greatest discords ever. Hot Route, which by the way,
Don't have a clue what's going on.
and you have no clue what the fuck is going
I'm
on. Like you living
I
your
just
normal
don't. I
life.
just nope. Exactly. I open Twitter. I go, oh no, there's people shouting at each other. I try and learn about it for about 5 minutes. Think I've got an idea. Try and join in, and then get cancelled. So that's my
How
process.
many times have you got fucking canceled?
A few, a fair few.
Why?
Bearing in mind,
How?
I've got 160 followers on my Twitter. Only
Hundreds of
160 followers. I don't understand how I manage to get like thousands of comments of death threats on my Twitter.
you get
don't-
death threats.
But I do.
Why do
I
you-
take it as an achievement.
You would, but you're just a lovely lady. What are you talking about?
I know. I'm wonderful. I'm the best person in the world. I should be Queen of England, but no one else agrees.
God help us. Like, wait, why is it that when I go on your Twitter, I don't see these death threats? Let's say they don't happen.
I don't know, man. You're not looking.
I mean, I'm not-
The most recent one was the bad empanada stuff. So, and then the one before that was Taylor Swift.
Oh God. By the way,
Yeah, I know.
By the way, early, I think maybe a couple of weeks ago, I asked you to look at this interview with Meghan Markle.
Yes.
Since
I didn't.
Since you're here, can you give me your don't make fun of, give me your thoughts of the interview itself. What did you think of it?
I'll sum it up in a sentence for you. For someone
Okay.
who says they want to be away from the public eye, she certainly is in the public eye a lot.
Of course. She's married to
So-
Prince Andrew. Isn't Prince Andrew?
She's not married
Okay.
to Prince Andrew. She's married to Prince Harry.
My bad. I see.
She's not married to the molester. She's married to the ginge.
God
No,
damn it.
do you know what? I know. See, you fucked up, man. You almost said she married a molester.
No, I know
She's not that bad. I'll get right. I don't like the woman, but she's not that bad.
Right. But it seems to me that people like, who is the other person that got married? The Duchess. I forgot. So there's Meghan Markle and there's another woman that got married. Then now she's going
What,
to
married to the other brother? Do you mean Kate Middleton?
Kay Middleton, yes.
Princess
Isn't it-
Catherine?
It seems like everyone likes Kay Middleton. Everyone adores that woman. Am I wrong? in
I'll tell you
saying
for
that?
why. I'll tell you for why.
Okay.
Yes, okay, she's married into royalty, but she was very much one of us. Even though she was like the higher echelon, if you like, of British people, she was still very she still is very down to earth, and she wants to be a good mother to her kids. She goes and picks her kids up from school like a normal person. She's basically the next Diana. Okay, so you know how much we love Diana.
You guys worship Diana. You guys love Diana.
Well, I didn't because she died the year I was born.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
I grew. Well, no, the year after. Was it the year after? She died in 94, I believe, and I was born in 93. So, yeah, she was already kind of gone before I sort of realised who she was. But she was the people's princess, and Kate, I think, has very much tried to walk in the same footsteps.
But with Meghan, she's like, she left the family. Try
With
second thing.
Meghan,
Yeah.
yeah, Meghan, I feel like came right. I feel like Kate married William. I feel like Meghan married a prince. Does that make sense?
What do you mean?
So Kate and William knew each other for a long period of time, and I feel like Kate loves William for who he is, for William. I feel like Meghan loves Harry for his title.
Ah.
Okay, so and you know, I've seen like the candids of them like walking together and stuff like that, and it just seems very forced between them. This is just me like reading into body language and stuff. It just seems like a forced interaction. Like she's grabbing his hand and she's holding on to him for dear life because she needs to make sure that everyone realizes that she is his wife and da da da. And that's fine. But like you watch Kate and she'll go off and talk to children. She'll be like picking flowers up from someone, and there's been loads of footage where William is like miles ahead and Kate is all the way back because she's been talking to people.
Oh my
I feel like
God.
Kate has taken more time to be around the British people and to understand where the British people are coming from. I don't feel like Meghan has taken the same opportunity.
No, she
And-
moved to California. She moved.
Yeah, okay, all right,
she
fine.
took out
Okay, we
west.
get it. There's a cultural difference. Absolutely, there are cultural differences. But why can't, as Kate and William go to America and they like walk around with the Americans and talk to the Americans, why can't Meghan do that to the British? Why can't she offer the same that they do, right? Maybe she feels a bit like standoffish, maybe she feels a bit put out or whatever. But there comes a time where you have to ingratiate yourself with the people that you're around, regardless of what the situation is. And I don't feel like Meghan does that.
Of course. Like I said, you saw the interview. You seen like there were people in the gossip columnists. Like she has her own show, her own cooking show, her own podcast. Like she's branding herself. Like, and it's interesting. There are YouTube channels.
You've hit the nail on the head. She's branding herself, but she didn't need a brand. She had a family. She came into like, all right, fair enough. They've got their royal duties, and it's as much as a job as it is anything else. But at the end of the day, you don't marry into that sort of family just for the duties. You have to get along with the people that you're marrying into. Yeah, you know, she had in-laws that she had to get on with. She had she had grandmothers and grandfathers. Let's take the royalty out of it. These were people too. So I think it's a give and take situation. As you know, she talks about racism and stuff like that. I believe it. I believe that she might have got a few racist comments. I do truly believe that, and I feel for the woman if she did get that. I know I can probably pinpoint which royal members she got the racist comments from. But she also needed to remember that they were like in their 90s by the end when she came on the scene. It's like, what do you want from them?
Bro, like imagine in Queen Elizabeth, was it Liz? Queen
Elizabeth, yes.
I was not knowing if I was right or not about that. Queen Elizabeth, like, you know, being racially insensitive under her breath, like, God damn these blah blah blahs. I'm like, yeah, you can get mad, but like
I do not believe. I cannot believe that Queen Elizabeth ever made a comment that was racist towards Meghan Markle, because Queen Elizabeth was one of the best monarchs that we have ever had, that genuinely loved her people. She did. She genuinely loved her people.
Then why are you guys under the prime ministership? Why don't you guys just be a monarch? What the fuck is it?
Because it's so complicated. You have to go back to thousands of years of history, all the way back to Oliver Cromwell and battles that were fought and all of that, where it was monarch versus parliament versus monarch, and now we're trying to have a system where it can all be together, and it's not working very well for us at the moment.
In your personal opinion, would you rather have parliament or would you rather have a monarchy?
Oh God, that is such a difficult question to answer because the monarch that we have is in his 80s. It's like having Joe Biden as president, isn't it? Like you're waiting to see whether he's going to fall over.
But at least with a
and then
monarchy,
in Parliament, we've got idiots that have no clue what it's like to be Joe Schmo on the street because they've had private educations all of their life funded by daddy. So it is a very difficult question to answer.
Wait, question. Who the fuck is the prime minister? Where Boris got kicked out of office, right? The fucking weird toupee looking motherfucker. Your prime minister.
Boris Johnson, he's not in office anymore. We have a man called Keir Starmer.
Is he a Muslim person or is he? He sounds Muslim.
As far as I know, and this is all I'm gonna say, this is all alleged because I want to protect myself. Obviously, we don't have free speech in the UK currently or ever. I could get arrested, Huggy, if I go against the Parliament. If I go against the people in charge. I'm being dead serious. There have been people arrested for memes on the internet. There are people walking the streets that have committed serious crimes, and they're allowed to walk free. But if you make a dodgy meme about Keir Starmer, you will get arrested, allegedly.
Damn.
It's got that bad. So allegedly, Keir Starmer used to work as a lawyer that would get off, like, basically he would help some of these Muslim people get away with their crimes and get let out of prison and things like that. Recently, because we have so many people in our prisons, there is overcrowding. They issued legislation to have some of these prisoners released, and the majority of them were not white people. And there was a woman in Leeds recently, I'll try and find that, I'll put it on my Twitter if I can find it, where she was absolutely angered by riots that were happening. And it wasn't English people that were rioting in the street. And she got arrested for shouting at a police officer to do something and to stop these people destroying public property. And she got arrested for hate speech.
Oh, yeah. I take back what I said, yeah. I understand.
So you asked me earlier if I would move to America. This is why I would move to America, because at least if I get to America, I can say whatever the butt fuck I like, and no one's gonna arrest me.
My dear, he looked very corporate. He looks very, very corporate. Your prime minister. He looks like...
And this is the thing. He didn't get in. Listen, people think that he got in because he was the popular vote, right? That people liked him. That was not the case. He got in because the party that he is in charge of, the Labour Party, we had a party before that was in charge called the Conservative Party. And everyone hated the Conservatives so much that they voted Labour. And now we're stuck with Keir Starmer, who is much worse. Allegedly.
Wow, England is fucked.
Yeah. And here's a funny, I'll put this in here. There was a riot in Stockport in a place, basically some young girls were attacked. And the British public, the English, they decided that they were going to riot because of this, because the guy got away with it. And so people were going to riot in the streets. So they did. And Keir Starmer blamed it on right-wing thuggery. Those were the words that he said. That was the quote. And it wasn't right-wing people at all. Actually, most of them were left that wanted to riot in the street because of the injustice that had happened. So you can see where the propaganda is sort of going. If you don't agree, you're right-wing.
I'm fucking dead. Oh, and people.
I know.
And here's the thing, though. And I know a lot of my friends are anti-Trump people, and I love you guys. I really do. But again, people have grievances about Trump. I totally understand that. But look at other leaders. And
listen. Trump might be everything, okay? Trump might be a complete and utter tool or whatever the hell you want to call him. But he's fighting for the UK's right to have free speech. Did you know that?
I really?
Yes. Trump has said that he will not make deals with us anymore. He won't do trade deals until the British people are free.
You know what this... Bro,
I don't know about this, man. I'll have a cup of tea with Trumpy any day if he's gonna let me tell my truth. You know
what a great leader, a great tactician, takes advantage of everyone else's misfortunes. What do I mean by that?
Absolutely.
What do I mean by that? Oh, I want favorable. If I, America or Trump, want favorable trade deals, right, with one of my allies, and one of my allies is not being nice to their people, I could just say, I'm not going to trade with you until you fix your shit. And guess what happens then? The people are going to turn up the heat with the fucking leadership, not the other way around. So guess what happens? He gets your trade deals, you guys get your freedom. And what ends up happening is international support for Trump. There you fucking go. Simple.
Exactly. And listen, Trump is a little boy with a magnifying glass at the anthill going, dance, ants, dance, or I will burn thee. That's what Trump is, okay? We all know it. He's just a little boy with a magnifying glass.
But he's smart with his magnifying glass. I'll put it to you like this.
Absolutely.
I'll put it to you like this. In Mexico, right? Mexico has a cartel problem like no one's business, right? Technically speaking, that you can't go into another country and start bombing shit. That could be an act of war, right? But can you fucking imagine if Trump says, I'm tired of all the shit? It goes out to all the cartels. Like, systematically just dismantles every fucking cartel in Mexico. Fucking Mexico will want to be annexed to fucking the United States. They would give up their sovereignty for Trump if that fucking happens. Now, of course, you can't totally extinguish people, right? You can't. But to show of support, the show of might, would be amazing. Same thing with, you guys get arrested for fucking memes. Meanwhile, they're all like, like, you can't do anything about it. No one is, like, I think I was speaking to, there's a friend of the show, his name is Reese. Reese is also a fellow English person as yourself. And I think Reese was saying something about the NHS, like, either the NHS is being bad at times or it's good. How is healthcare over there with the current the current administration in place?
Shocking. Absolutely shocking. I used to work for the NHS. I used to be a member of the NHS, a staff member for the NHS in care homes and things. So I used to work under the NHS and like close to other professionals as well. And it's just got worse. It's just got more and more diabolical as time has gone on. And how so?
Yeah, I mean,
I'll give you an anecdote. Right, I'll give you an anecdote from my life. Are you ready for this? My 90-year-old grandmother with dementia got admitted to hospital about 2 months ago. right?
Oh, good. I'm good. Happy for her.
Yeah, she got admitted to hospital about 2 months ago. And she then got kicked out of her care home because they told my parents basically that they couldn't look after her anymore. An NHS funded care home. They then did tests on her and found that she's got a multitude of other medical ailments that she is suffering with. And then they called my dad and they said, listen, we're going to discharge her, even though she's homeless and has nowhere else to go. And we're going to discharge her tomorrow. So my dad had to quickly rush and get something sorted. And then the morning that she was meant to be discharged, he went in to ask for her discharge papers and things like that. And they said, no, we're not discharging her today because her blood tests have just come back and she's got an infection and we can't actually discharge her. So my dad, being the man he is, turned around and said, wait a minute, you were going to discharge her without having all her blood tests back. They were going to discharge an ill woman, a 90-year-old woman with dementia who is homeless, by the way. They were going to discharge her after not getting her test results back to say that she was able to be discharged. I went in to visit this same woman. I went in to visit my grandmother. And I had to be asked to help change her and bathe her because there wasn't enough staff to help the woman that was already doing it. So I had to jump in. And I could have been anyone, Huggy. They didn't ask. They didn't ask me who I was. They didn't ask me for identification or whether I had experience in any of this. Thank God I did, because I've worked in care homes. But then I watched this nurse go up to other nurses and ask for help. And the two professionals that were standing on the desk said, no, she's not under our jurisdiction. She's not under our care, so we can't. And then just stood there talking for an hour while I did it.
What the fuck is this?
That's how bad the NHS is. That is how bad our hospitals have become. It's gotten to the point where they have a whole new label for a nurse, a whole new title for one nurse, and it's called a corridor nurse. Because there are so many people just in the corridors that they have to have a whole new professional called a corridor nurse to look after them instead of a ward nurse.
Is healthcare still free?
Yeah, it is. You can get private healthcare as well, and you're more likely to get a bed in an actual ward if you go private.
What the fuck is? Oh, what the fuck is this shit? Oh my god!
You know how they say that England has a 2-tier system. You might have heard that there's a 2-tier system. This has been going on for years, and people have only just started realizing it.
So you're saying that public has one thing and private has another thing, essentially, right? Or the rich have...
Absolutely.
Okay. But why? So wait. Why is it that not you, but England and fucking Canada gives us Americans shit? Like, oh, we got free healthcare. Look at us. I'm like, from the way it sounds like, you might as well go private, because your public healthcare system is shite. The fact that a 90-year-old woman...
Once upon a time, when it wasn't being overcrowded, when it wasn't being, abused, when it wasn't being misused, it was fabulous, right?
Wait,
you could. When I was a kid.
How is it misused?
Okay.
How is it misused? Like, well.
I've got to see, because I'm British, people are immediately going to take this as a race thing and that I'm racist, and I'm not trying to, because this is a problem with English people, with people here.
Listen, I am Mocha. You're not going to fucking offend me. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather have the truth than you sugarcoat shit. Just give it to me straight up.
All right.
What happens?
Okay, I'll tell you this. We have had, obviously, we have problems with immigration. We have
Of
problems
course.
with people coming over from France in dinghies, in little dinghy boats. They come over from France across the channel, and they land on our beaches, and they have all been taught to ask for a hospital. Because when you ask for a hospital, that's the first word that most people learn in English when they're coming over. If they can't speak the language, that they will learn hospital and NHS. Because if you ask for a hospital or NHS, people are going to help you, and you get taken straight to the hospitals. So there's overcrowding, right? And obviously they're in a bad way because they've come over in their little dinghy boat in all sorts of weather or whatever. They're washed up on the beaches. So obviously they're going to be in some sort of disarray, but they get their free healthcare when they're here. But British people do this too, right? British people will go into hospital with a cold because they can't get a doctor's appointment. So they go to A&E because it's free. So it is a mixture of all of it together. I have to have like regular checkups for stuff that's going on with me, and I have to book a doctor's appointment at least a month in advance. So I don't know. It's doctors, dentists. Oh my goodness! I'm so glad I've got private like healthcare for my dentist. Otherwise, I'd never bloody see the man.
Greed clarifies, cuts through, and captures the essence of the evolution.
Thank you, Gadget, for the Thank you, Gadget on Wheels, for the $5.
GG.
my first super chat. Great episode. Thank you. It's all thanks to my British counterpart.
And it's in pounds as well. It's in pounds. So there you go. The British are here.
Oh yeah, there's in. I don't know but thank you, Gadget on Wheels, for the £5. I appreciate you. Lovely, lovely, lovely. By the way, just a quick aside. What, about a month from now, it's gonna be my birthday, June 15th. So, anyone that wants to come by, throw shit at me, wherever, have a ball. Anyways, so you're essentially saying to me that immigrants and regular British folks take advantage.
I'm not just saying immigrants. I am saying that people in general that are present in the country often misuse the NHS. Yes, and they're short-staffed. They don't have the staff.
I mean, Jesus Christ, your fucking landed shite. You know what's gonna fuck things up? I don't know what the equivalent is for British people, but like in New York, we have a basketball team called the Knicks. The Knicks have and it'll make sense. Give me a moment to cook. The Knicks haven't won a championship since 1973. Right now we're in the playoffs and we're winning. We got to the third round of our playoffs. Let me tell you something. I don't know what the equivalent for you is, but if the Knicks win the championship, New York's not going to exist. Everything's going to be broken down. That stadium that we doing gets fucking destroyed. We're going to be chaos. Why I say this is I have no idea what it's going to be your sports equivalent, but if that fucking happens to England, there's no England anymore. The way your infrastructure is, where the government is, where the healthcare is, you guys are gonna be in fucking chaos. And I see how you motherfuckers be acting when it comes to fucking Manchester. And I forgot what the sports team, what the soccer teams there are, but I seen how you fucking guys act. God forbid.
Yeah, we're hooligans.
God forbid you motherfuckers win the World Cup against France.
God, if we ever, yeah. Oh, that would be a good one.
If you guys win I'll do you one better. If you beat us, if God forbid U.S. makes it to the finals, and England wins the World Cup in the States, you guys are going to be beside yourself.
Absolutely. We're going to wet our pants. It's going to be great.
To me, Jade, I thought England was the higher tier of English. We are just us in the States are just these rebellious rapscallions that just went away from mommy, and now mommy and daddy are like in their own little thing, and they're doing better than us, right? But as I look at England, and I look through everything that we've spoken about, it's like you guys are just as worse or even worse than us. The only difference is
listen, you guys think that we just sit and drink tea and write angry letters to each other. I swear to God, that's what we can be quite violent.
Bro, I swear to God, I used to think back in the day that every time at 12 o'clock you guys have tea and crumpets. I figure this was back in the day. I figure you guys are so mature. You guys are above everything else and whatnot. And no, you guys are fucking in the head as well too.
I think it depends on A, where you're from in the country, B, what your upbringing was like, and C, what your social standing is. Because I consider myself to be a blue collar British person, right? I work, my parents work, you know, my dad is ex-military, so I have that as well. It's, you know, I had a pretty much like a Jack the Lad upbringing, right? I was dragged up rather than brought up. That was what it was. But I was in a better position than a lot of my friends were, who were called council kids, right? They were council estate kids. So that's like your trailer parks, if you like, over there.
Which council is like private, or is that like, what is that?
No, so the council, so we, you know how, I don't know how it works in you have like your sheriffs or whatever, you have like your little governments for your states, your state governments. So a council is almost the same thing. So in our little areas, so in the area that I live, I have a council that like overruns that area. In Leeds, there's another council. In like London, there's the London Council. There's all these different places. A council estate is an estate that was built by the council for poor people to live in that can't afford their own
like
house.
Like ghettos.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. Not ghettos. I'm sorry. Projects. Oh, sorry.
Continue. So your typical people that would live in a council estate is a single mother who's got 4 different babies from 5 different fathers or whatever. You know what I mean? It'll make the math. Your typical council estate person will be someone who lives on benefits, who you know, maybe has an alcohol problem. The chavs basically live in council estates.
Okay.
So I had so I was quite fortunate. I didn't live in a council estate, you know. Both my parents blue collar workers, so I'm like the next step up, if you like. But I'm still very common. I don't go for fancy tea parties, and I don't go to like where the rich go, because if I did, they'd kick me out. Okay. They have their own passwords that I don't have access to. So yeah, I stick to my own. Oh
my God.
Yeah. Right. So again, it's like a hierarchy system, if you like, with British people.
Jeez, bro, that's. I can see why you want to leave so much. Holy shit!
Yeah, can I come to America now, please?
I mean,
at least people might like me over there.
I mean, I would love for you to come to America. I would love for you to Listen, if I was like Keem and I had my own network of people, bro, you'd be the first. Yes, you would be the first person I would hire. I,
Ah,
I would
that's
just
sweet.
yes, only because I need a fucking international fire starter. But
I thought you was
legitimately
gonna say something else then.
no, no, but the thing is, speaking of which, I'm sorry if I'm taking too much of your time, Jade. When I get into a role, I get into a role. So please let me know if you need to go or anything, and I'll shut the fuck up. But I do want to ask, if have you ever watched Locale Live, and if so, would you ever
uh,
want to uh be part of Locale Live?
okay, so I think I think I was mostly invested with the whole like boogie illness thing, the cancer thing. That's when
Right.
I most got interested in it, and then since then it's sort of like dropped off for me because obviously it is all fake. And most of it is absolute bullshit and just ridiculously stupid. There are some real moments on there that I don't appreciate and I think shouldn't have got to that point, if you know what I mean. But
Mm-hmm.
would I be a part of it? Maybe, maybe. But I'd have to have some serious like conversations with Keemstar about what would be expected of me and what I would provide for entertainment because I'm not just a monkey that Keem can say dance and I'll do it. Like I will fight back if I don't want to do it.
Oh, look at that. Okay. But you won't be like you won't be like someone's monkey. Be like dance monkey dance.
No, listen, if Keem turns around to me and goes, listen, I want you, say like he's manufacturing a drama story with me involved, right? Say he turns around and goes, listen, I want you to pretend to have like had an affair with this person and I want you to like really rile it up and be crazy and da da da. I'm not going to do that because A, it goes against my morals. B, I'm not going to put myself in a position where I am hated for fake things. I'd rather be hated for like my own self. Yeah, so I would have to have some serious conversations with him. But I would do it. I would do it if he would be willing to discuss.
Damn. No, cause I think you guys would be cause I to be honest with you, you are like cause when Local Live which first came about, there was the show and then there was a regular show. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, Herders. And you guys was like, Jay, you will love low cow nerds. Okay. Um, I thought you said herders, but you would be like I feel like you'd be the type of person that could be like Boogie, you're a piece of shit, or Boogie cool. Imagine if Boogie like made fun of you like Jade, you so and so, fuck you. You'd be I feel like you'd be the type to hurt his feelings. And that's what we need in life. We need someone to hurt people's feelings. God damn it. Who cares about beefies? This is 2025. Like,
I feel like remember how it started. Remember how it started. And you had Tommy C on there. I feel like I would be the Tommy C of like if we did a locale UK. I feel like I would be Tommy C in that.
you feel like you'll be the timing. Okay.
I feel like if I was going to have a role on the show of if Keemstar came to me tomorrow and was like, listen, I'm going to do locale UK. Do you want to be a part of it? I feel like I would have to take the role of Tommy C. What Tommy C was doing, where he was like interviewing, sort of like poking the bear a little bit, and then bringing it back on track. That's where I feel like I would be successful. I don't feel like I could be talent.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Maybe.
See, again, I I'm in a position, obviously. Hang on a minute. I've got someone trying to get hold of me from my real life. Oh no, you can go away. I obviously, with the job that I do, I have to be very careful. I'm actually quite fortunate because I have bosses that understand. My boss likes to check my Twitter occasionally and have a good laugh. So that's always fun. Sometimes she reads them out in meetings, which is quite interesting. But I don't want to be forced into a position where I make an absolute fool of myself because of the job that I do. So I've got that to consider as well.
Oh, of course. You don't want people to be like
Because I wouldn't give that up. Even if like Keemstar was paying me 10k a month, I wouldn't give up the job that I'm doing because I just like doing it too much.
what? Well, you, my friend, are like. I will tell you this. Most people would sacrifice their if you were given take let's say £5,000 a month, they would like I've known people that would do it. Like, are you familiar with Now Recording by any chance?
Yeah, I am. I know that. I know the show. Yeah.
You know Mitch from Now Recording? He's Mitch from Now
I know
Recording.
that he has joined now, hasn't he? He's joined LOLCal.
No, he quit. He quit.
Oh, he quit. He quit LOLCal.
He quit LOLCal because he was not getting no pop. Meaning like no one gave a fuck about him. He was killing the show, honestly. He left, and then yesterday he went back to Now Recording, and he was like saying, "Yeah, guys, I failed." I'm like, bro, why did you do it in the first place? Yeah, good thing going with
I would listen. He could have done that so much smarter. He could have turned around to Keem and said, "Listen, I will do like a month trial." He could have done this so much better. He could have turned around to Keem and said, "Listen, I'll do it for a month trial. If I end up like picking up on the show, great. I'll leave Now Recording and then I'll come to you." Why do people not use their brains, Huggy? That's what I would have done. I would have turned around to Keem and say, "Listen, I'm on this show already, and obviously I'm getting quite a bit of like whatever, clout, money, whatever. I'm getting like stuff from this. I will give you a month of my time to do what it is that you want to do, but I'm still going to do this show as well that I'm also on. I'll just like lessen my hours or whatever on that one and like spread myself more evenly, and then I'll go back to that show if that doesn't work, and then you don't have to like worry about it because we both just blow my point out of the water, Kia. He was already getting fired. So what? Well, actually, no, I still had a good point because this was before he was going to get fired. But that's funny. Did he really go back to Now Recording? Did he go back to Now Recording and be like, "Oh, I quit," but actually he was getting fired?
No. He actually said to Beavis and Core, the Beavis and Toxic. Hey, basically he was like, "Hey guys, I left. I got fired. Like me." And I'm like,
"Oh, he didn't. Oh, that's fine. At least he had the balls to admit it."
Like, Mitch, I love you, bro, but like, you were not built for that.
No.
You were not built for that. I said this to a bunch of people. I said this idea to a bunch of people, and people think I'm brilliant for it. There are certain people in this community that are only good for only good for their own platform, right? And there's some people that try to promote themselves into the higher echelons of commentary. Like, you have Commentary Hell, you have the Nick Ziorio, Krista Nark.
So you have Commentary Hell, you have Goon Squad.
You have Goon
and then
Squad.
You have and then you have like the higher echelon of commentary, don't you? Like,
who do you consider
I don't know
Goon
who
Squad
your
to
hires
be?
would be.
Wait, who
what, the Goon Squad now?
Yeah.
Well, I would say that the Goon Squad, because I like that name. I think that suits them. Honestly, I like it. I think it's genuinely really cool. I think it would be like Nicholas Fiorio, obviously, because he is kingpin of the Goon Squad. Let's be honest. Both in intellect and in weight.
Oh God.
And I can say that because I'm fat too.
God damn
Anyway,
it.
I would say him. The ones at the moment that I would say are Goon Squad-esque, if you like, are Nicholas Fiorio. Obviously, you've got Augie that then goes in with that, and Connor. Then you've got, I would say Willie Mack. I would say Tommy C. I would say like that general group that like interact. Basically, almost everyone that was on Nick's stream about Mama Max, where they did that long ass 8-hour stream or whatever, where they went over Nicholas's. No, they went over the coal. Sorry, with Mama Max. All of those, bar the ones that have now just been kicked out of the house, like Musaha, Bo Blacks, those sorts. I would say those are Goon Squad.
When you say Goon Squad, for some weird reason I thought you meant Gooner Squad, but I
don't mean no. Do you not know what the reference of Goon Squad is? That was what Chris Hansen called them.
Yes.
Chris Hansen is Gooner Squad. Gooner Squad is different.
Right. So yeah. So you have Commentary Hell, the Goon Squad, and you have Keem, and then I would say the one above all, in my personal opinion, is Medicare. And if, like I said, watch.
Maybe I wouldn't know about that. I don't watch Medica, so that's another one that I've flown under the radar for.
Bro, when I tell you, if you give yourself an afternoon, look up Medica, like just type in Medica and wherever, and then just listen to his. I forgot what thing it was, but anyway, Medica has this thing where he has this everlasting fight against Ethan Ralph. Like, neither of them will die. No matter what. Like, one's waiting for the other to die, and they're living out of spite. America has had this thing where he's fought with Keem. Like, really, I don't know anyone that's legitimately...
See...
Yeah.
I'm going to make this last point, because I am going to have to shoot off. I've got... My phone's blowing up. People are trying to get hold of me. But I think this is where people misconstrue what the commentary community is, because a lot of people see it as a hierarchy, whereas I see it as like a high school lunch hall where everyone is sitting in their own group as a clique. Yeah. So I think that every group is able to be as bad as each other. I think every group has a hypocrite in it. I think every group has the ability to be an absolute like idiot. I think people make wrong statements and then correct themselves all the time. I don't see how these people are like different other than what their fan base, like the number of their fan base, or how popular they are. Sometimes you get someone that is absolutely 100% right in a situation. More often than not, I would say Nicholas Fiorio, for example, is right in most of the situations. But he has this innate ability where if he's wrong, he can say that he's wrong, whereas other people don't do that. And then you've got these little hoppers that hop from click to click when it suits them. Like, I'm Alex. He was a hopper. All right. He hopped from group to group to group just to see what would stick. And now he's out on his own in the library eating his sandwiches in the corner of the library with no friends. So that's how I see commentary community.
Damn. Okay. Well, on that note,
that might blow everyone's mind, because everyone sees it as like a pyramid. I feel like everyone sees like your bottom feeders at the bottom, and then all the way at the top, it's like your king, or whoever it is that you think is the best commentary channel, right? I don't see it like that. I see it as like, I see it, like I said, as like a group of cliques that change and from year to year, because they do. People fall out with each other, just like we did as children, where we go, "Oh, we don't going to be friends with you anymore." But and we move on because we're adults now. We have to. But some people are stuck in this mentality of like, you're wrong, therefore I don't like you and I will never like you again. Whereas I said it earlier in this conversation that me and Maggot, you know, we had an argument over something that I didn't agree with her about, but I still love the woman to bits. I think she's fabulous. So
Fuck yeah.
like, when are we gonna grow up, Huggy? That's what I'd like to know.
Well, I'm gonna say this real quickly. So, like, some people think that talent is good enough to be promoted, and when they get promoted, guess what? They're not as high as they think they are, so they have to go back down. That's why you gotta. That's why my point.
I suppose, but it's again, it'd be like, so I'm part of the clout route. Big up the clout route. I feel like if I walked towards the goon squad and they all stare at me and go, "No, you're weird, we're not letting you in," I'd go, "Okay," and then I'd walk back to the clout route where my real friends are. No?
Oh, that's so adorable. Look at that. But listen, I know you gotta go.
I just feel like, okay, bye guys, see you later. Walk back.
Listen, I know you have to go because real life is calling. Thank you for coming on, buddy.
I do have to go.
We'll talk.
You're welcome. Anytime. Give me more notice next time. Not 5 minutes before you're going to go live.
I just want you to read something. I didn't expect you to fucking be on the call, but thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I will see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes. Hello. Welcome. Hi. Yeah. I just wanted her to come on to the thingy. I just wanted her to come on and read. I didn't expect this. But, like, an hour. Damn, we went long, bro. I expected us to go long. That's a good conversation. I like those conversations. What world conversations? Fucking hell. Look, yeah. By the way, if Lord Triton ever wants to have a debate of sorts with me, and I just realized something. There was a time where I was yelling for Triton to come and fight me about something, and he never did. But all of a sudden, like, he wants Dana Timms to come and fight him. And he's not gonna go and fight him. I'm like, bro, you're weird, bro. Be for real. Like, I'm gonna try my best to set up something with Timms. I'm fingers crossed. But by the way, I need to figure out a way to connect the super chats to the goal. 'Cause I want to figure that out. Actually, let me look this up while I look at it. Super chat goals.
A new live stream feature. It's a super chat goal.
I'm looking for 10 members to give $5.
I will make the game as hard as it can possibly be.
We are going to do a live Q&A episode
with the $5 super chat, making us hit our goal.
In the building, let's go!
Oh. No, that's not what I want. I want like a long-term thing.
Super Chat goals help encourage fan engagement and build community during your live streams and premieres. You can create a goal on mobile or desktop from live chat by choosing goal. Choose the goal amount, super chat color, goal duration, and share how you'll celebrate your goal. Once you're done, hit Start Goal. When you create a goal, let your viewers know what your goal is and call out the celebration for achieving your goal. You can also mention it periodically throughout your stream for viewers joining partway through. Viewers that send a super chat will be highlighted at the top of the live chat window. You and your viewers will see the goal progress, which can help encourage them to participate. Once the goal is met, you and your viewers will see a message celebrating the achievement. Get creative with your goals. Celebrate your goals with a special challenge or performance. We hope these help you create more engaging streams and provide a more interactive experience for your viewers. Try a super chat goal today.
People have no.
Okay, how do I
love how the super chats like start super chat goals, so everyone can do whatever. I'm like, bro. I think for normal streamers, people could do like live Q&A, whatnot. Where I am at is like it'll be degeneracy with the fullest. But hey, I got. By the way, what was it? Also, another thing is that I don't know. I know that some people that are members of my stream, I don't see. Like, oh, this person's been returning by for 2 months in a row or whatnot. So I'm not sure about that. There's a lot of stuff that I need to get cracking. But yes. I've been last stream I did I play Hogwarts Legacy. I've been enjoying that. I might be playing it a little bit later on today. I will try my best to stream at night and do I might be doing a brand new game. That's not Hogwarts Legacy. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, Lord Triton is a very funny character, and again, please watch my last stream where I had Morningstar on, where we went over the whole debacle. That shit tickled my fancy so fucking much. I enjoy it. There are times where I'm feeling blue. I just put on that part where Morningstar shits on Triton. It makes my heart go poop poop. I love it. I do. I really do. I enjoy it. But a few things to note. So I'll try to remember the goal. I'll try to remember where the goal is going, or how far the goal is going. Like how many people pitched in on it. I think I have a thing. But we'll keep track of it as best as I can. Because if I get that, I'll play Oblivion on stream. So I'll be excited about that. In the meantime, what I might do is that there are a few games I want to play or want to buy. Because I haven't bought anything new. So I really, really, really want to play. Like the new Expedition 33 game. There's Doom. The Black Mirror Wukong, which I still haven't fucking bought yet. But I think there's a DLC coming out for it, so whatever the case is. But yeah, the Claire game, everyone is intrigued by it. The fact that the game, like Ashumi had said that the game has influences from like many genres, like Persona, Final Fantasy, Legend of Dragoon. Musically it sounds amazing, so I definitely want to do that as well too. But I may just I may play a little bit of Hogwarts Legacy, and then I might just say F it and just go play Doom Eternal. Get that kick-ass and triple bubblegum that way. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what has me aloof, as things to say. But oh, I even have also a friend of mine was playing Final Fantasy 15. I have that downloaded. I do want to play that as well too. There's so much stuff I want to play. Yay! Just that work has been crazy and exhausting and stuff. But I always do the best I can to put some time into gaming as much as I can. Because I love it. I enjoy it. I want to see where it goes. Which, by the way, if anyone has not played Final Fantasy 15, do so. Please do so for the love of the game. It's enjoyable, and you don't really need to level up as much. Not really. Never know how to fight things. Also take but yes. If any like that, please keep watching the locale live clips that I posted. The new thing is with Eric. I did one with Eric, where Eric is being a prima donna little bitch. I would say that he has deficiencies. And he doesn't know what he's doing, but like when one of your female friends who is like, I love you, Eric, gets pissed off at you for not getting shit done, that's a problem. The last thing you don't want is your allies not wanting to, the last thing you don't want is your allies not coming to your aid. When you're fucking up, that's the last thing you want. And Jay Judith and One Buff Weeb and like everyone is just like, why do we have this person around? What value does she have? We'll see if he does well for Archer. Let's see if he makes any boat or difference. We'll see if he makes any difference in the content. I think he's gene turning for local Aussie. But regardless of the fact of Eric not being coherent at times and easily panicky, I want him to do a good job. I want him to be the shining star. I want him to succeed. I mean, I want people to see that just because you look like a gnome and your teeth look gnomey and you act kind of weird doesn't mean you're not special. Doesn't mean you don't have any type of talent. You're special just the way you are. You gotta show it people. Hell yeah. But in any other case, just a shameless plugs. Like, share, subscribe, super chat, super things, super everything. Also, please follow my friend I'm Sinful on OnlyFans. She does amazing work. I'm trying to get her to stream games because she's really smart at shit like that. Twitter is the same thing. Yeah, just go out there, be cool. I might go live sometime later this